Samuel, he woke up and ran to Eli. Yes or no? That's what happened. Now, God had spoken, promise, but Samuel did not understand the voice. He thought it was Eli that was speaking. Yes or no? Are we together? He thought it was Eli that was speaking. And when he rushed to Eli, Eli told him that I'm not the one who is calling you. And he went. How many times did he go back? 3 times. And when he came back to Eli, Eli said, when you go, say, Lord, speak, Lord, your servant is listening. The question is this. Listen carefully, all of us. The first time God spoke, was it not the first time he wanted to speak to Samuel? I'm asking. The first time God spoke to Samuel, was that not his intention to speak to Samuel? Why didn't he speak? Not because he didn't speak, not because Samuel did not hear. Samuel could not recognize the voice. I'm saying there are many voices you have been hearing that is the voice of God. The problem is that my sheep know it. Is the knowing of the voice. There are many voices in your soul right now. It is mingled with your voice, your desires, God's voice, and the voice of the devil. Yes or no? And I'm saying that you must be trained to know. Now, this was God was not speaking to Eli, but Eli was experienced enough as a prophet to know when God speaks. I'm saying that you can have a teacher in your life that shortens the distance of your confusion. God did not speak to Eli. In fact, Eli was about to be judged by that same voice. But Eli was matured enough to know when God speaks. So when it comes to hearing God, it is more of knowing than hearing. Write that down. It is more of knowing than hearing. In the New Testament, you don't pray to connect to God. Why? Because we are one already. It was solved. Now, the only distance that exists between you and God in this point is that your ignorance of your oneness with Him. And this teaching is supposed to cover that distance. That it is impossible for me not to be one with God in salvation. So when I'm looking for God's voice, where should I travel to? Because many of you are praying and looking for God's voice somewhere else. The Spirit of God speaks from within you. And this is what this teaching is coming to do. Why do I have to hear God this year? The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. The fatherhood of God is experienced by His leadership. So, when we understand that the Holy Spirit dwells in us and He speaks in us, one of the major things that we want to do is to learn how to recognize the voice of the Holy Spirit.